Well, we're both in red today. Very festive. Hello, I'm Ian.
Ho, ho, ho.
Oh,
And I'm Mike.
welcome back to our 6-week course on Make Your Own William Morris Lapbook. Last week, if you remember, we did the bare bones for the left-hand side. It's the fun part today. It's decoration time.
Yay!
So grab all your bits and bats you're going to need. Grab a coffee or a cup of tea. Cheers. And we'll get cracking. See you in a bit. Okay then, so let's have a quick recap on last week. So last week, if you remember, we made the left-hand side, or I made the left-hand side, and hopefully you've made the left-hand side with me, of the William Morris Lapbook. So if you remember, we've made the pocket, and we've made all the folds in like that. Okay, and for the lady who wasn't sure where it was going to go in the book, it's going to go there.
On the left-hand side.
On the left-hand side of the cover,
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're now clear how it's going to work. So that goes on there. So that's what we did last week. And of course, the week before, we did the cover. Okay, so I'll just talk you through. When you buy your downloads, or your kits, your download will come as one document, which is actually lefts and rights. It says on them, left-hand panel. And if you buy the physical product from my website, it actually says where they go. Left-hand side, right-hand side, and the ephemera. Okay, so today we'll put those to one side. We only need the left-hand side stuff. So if you can download it, if you want to download it from Mike's website, you can. If you want to buy the prints, they're on my website. Links below, I believe, Mike.
Clickable links are below this video, yes.
Okay, so in this part of the project, we're going to need all these pieces. It looks a lot, but it isn't. Okay, I mean, they're all beautifully William Morris. We are really, some of them are William Morris designs, and some are
I would say Morrissey, but that's somebody else.
It is, isn't it? So if you download them, you print them on your own machine. The printouts will work on US and UK printers, A4 and also
8.5 by 11.
8.5 by 11.
So designed to fit both sizes of paper.
Hence the reason why there are borders at the bottom, because it's so you can get it on both papers. These are printed out on our printer, and these are what you'll get if you buy the physical product from me. The quality is beautiful. So all these are the different panels we're going to need today. So everything in this pack is going to do the left-hand side. All that to go into that. Mainly because it's all double-sided and it's got folds, etc, etc. So what you would do normally, you would just cut these out and stick them on. I'm going to put the polymer on the backs of them, the sticky we use. It's quicker for me, and you don't have to literally have to watch glue dry.
Yeah, it's the worst, isn't it?
So I'm just going to go and cut most of these out. I'm not going to cut the pockets out because I want to explain to you all about these. There's a particular way to make them and a particular way to put them on that is brilliant, and it was Mike's idea, so I thank him for that. So I'll just go away and trim these out. It'll be about quarter of an hour for me, but it'll literally be seconds for you. So go and put the kettle on and have a drink.
We've already done that.
We've already done that. Cheers. Okay, so I've been downstairs with my sharp object and a long ruly thing, and I've trimmed all these out, and I've left them in the sheets, and the reason why I've left them in the sheets I'll explain to you. Okay, so last week when we did the left-hand side carcass, we've got little...
Just find me somewhere to put my coffee down.
Okay. We've written the alphabetical numbers on there.
Alphabetical numbers?
And that's wrong, isn't it? It's alphabetical numbers. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. These match the panels. So that says left-hand side panel front A, panel front A.
Right.
So I've just finished cutting these out. What I'm doing with these, whether you see the top of my head, I hope you don't. Apparently I might be going a little bit bald, but there you go. It's just sign of virility, that's all. Okay, so I've left a little gap all the way around. A couple of millimetres, or probably 1/8 of an inch. It just gives it looks like it's been matted onto the card rather than just stuck straight on. If you want to mat it in a different colour, you can do. Just leave a little gap right the way around like I'm doing there. So one more to go. And I think the white is nice because it just plays well against the print, the colours in the prints. See what I mean?
Yeah.
So you've got the white there that ties in with the white there and the white there. So you've got a bit of a
lovely stuff.
Bit of a theme going on. Okay, so just cut that there. There we go.
Is that a new scalpel?
Yes, it is. But I'm using a metal ruler, and all it does is just takes the edge off it straight away. Okay, so I've cut all the other bits out. I'll put those over there for a second. Okay, so said before, this is number A. It's written on your sheet, left-hand panel, front to A. So I'll just pull it out of there. That can go down there. This will then fit on there. The reason I've done it so you've got quite a big border all the way around is it gives you a chance to mat.
Yes. There you go, in the middle.
In the middle, sorry. Gives you a chance to mat it if you want to put it onto something else. It just makes the journal a lot thicker.
If you had another mat.
If you had another mat on.
Yeah.
So I'll just put that flat there. And just get the middle. I think that's probably just about the middle there. There we are. Oh yes. Yes.
Already starting to look amazing.
And that's it for today. No, it's not. Okay, so then we'll move on and we'll do panel B and panel C. So we'll just look through our prints and find panel, there we are, panel B and panel C. Okay, so W for William Morris, or for William. Peel that off there. That's going to go onto there like that. Remember, that is a pocket, and we have got the card to go into this on this set. I haven't called the pocket, I haven't called the tag that goes in there ephemera, because really it is bare bones.
Yeah.
Without that it looks silly.
Yeah.
So there's no point having it without the thing to go in it.
It needs it.
It does need it, Mike. So there we go, onto that. So we have our W on there. Our next panel is panel C. If you notice, panel C is written just there. If you're cutting them out and you're using wet glue, when you cut them out, just write on the back of it what letter it is.
Before you put the glue on.
Before you put the glue on. Because if you cut them all out, you'll forget where they go. They're staying in the sheet for me because the adhesive holds it in. But if you're cutting them out, I'm going to glue them on. Just write C in the corner on the back, and then you'll know where they go.
Good tip.
It is, because if not, you're going to have to watch this video again and watch me put them all in. I haven't got a problem with that. I'm sure Mike hasn't.
Certainly not.
But for yourself to do it, it would be easier just to put the...
Could you have that the other way around with the writing going this way?
You could if you wanted. The idea is that it faces into the book.
Yeah, okay.
The one on the other side faces, I think, faces in that way.
Right, okay.
I'm not sure, I can't remember. We'll keep that piece because this is the background for the tab. And there's a little tab that goes on the card.
All right.
So you can pull it in and out.
That's F then.
That's just tab. Okay, so
does that mean you need a punch?
I will in a little while, yes. So we'll then go on to H. So we'll look through our sheets again. Panel H.
It's not very organised.
It is organised, isn't it? And to all the people who said that it's a great help, thank you. And thank you, Christine, as well. She said it was a great help.
I didn't know you'd gone through and actually labelled everything up.
Yeah, because if not, everybody's going to get lost.
But it just makes it a lot easier, doesn't it?
Well, yeah. And also, if you're making if you've got the download and you're making them to sell, which you can do, it's easier for you to run through and print out a couple together and whatever. Okay.
So you're obviously okay for people to sell.
Oh, of course. If you're raising money for charity or church or whatever it may be, feel free. Just I'm just asking not to sell the prints on. You know what I mean? On sheets or the digi downloads on. Yeah. Okay, so we're then going to go to number D. or letter D. I keep saying number D, but you know what I mean. D again, panel D, and they are suitably far away so you can get the little whiteboard around. Thought of everything here. I'm amazed, to be honest. So organised, and it's not like me.
It certainly isn't, which is why it's a bit of a shock.
You see, this one matches there.
Yes.
It's a shock. Thank you very much. Okay, just put that on there. And are we level? Yes, we are level there. So we've got those on so far. The basic theme on this side when you open it is the russet coloured. It is russet, isn't it, Mike?
I suppose you could call it rust or russet.
Rust, yeah. So we'll then do G. There's G.
So change of colour.
Yeah. When we open that up, F and G is a change of colour. We don't need to, so when it's all folded up, we don't see those. So it's a nice bit of a surprise to get a different colour.
Lovely stuff.
So again, panel G goes on to G there. It just makes it so easy. You could do this watching the TV if you wanted. Okay. Generally, I make them so they are wider at the top. The gap is there.
Just in case.
That is the widest. Because if you're going to write on it and start writing, you're not going to start writing there because it's too tight. So generally, the largest space goes at the top on all these. Just allows you to be able to differentiate. That's the word, Mike. Right.
Excuse me.
Quick tip, I'm going to fold it over there because if you have that out there, you can't see where the edge is. It's just all brown. You know what I mean?
I do.
But if I fold it over,
right, you've got some contrast.
I've got some contrast, so I can now see that needs to go about there. There we are. And of course, when we do that one, I'm just going to turn it on its side because I'm going to have to reach over and it's not conducive. So this is F, and F goes in there. F is a little bit bigger. Oh, it's smaller because that flap is smaller. Silly me, because it doesn't go to the edge.
Of course.
We talked about that last week, didn't we?
We did.
Okay. I'll just pop that on there. There we go. Like that.
Excellent.
There we are. So now we have the full set in there.
All right, so panel E next.
Panel
then.
E. That must be that one because it's the one that's left.
It says panel E at the bottom.
And it says panel E on it as well, which is good. Put those down there. That will go on there like that. So we've got a theme, we've got a feeling. When we open it, we know that that's the side.
See all that red, rusty kind of and blue. Which is a lovely combination.
Oh, it's a beautiful combination. And then that just wants to go onto there. So we now have, we've got our outer, we've got our pocket covered, our panel on there, and we've got our panels here. Of course, we have the surprises when you open it up, you get the different colours. Okay.
So is that pretty much the carcass for the left-hand side covered then?
Just going to show them about the invisible pocket and the tag that goes in. I'm going to make the tag just to go into there.
Okay, well, let's have a little break and a tidy up.
Yep,
Get
so I've
rid of all
got
that paper there.
some
and
knee
then we'll be
deep
right
in
back.
it.
Yeah, and we'll be right back.
We are all tidy. Well, tidy-ish. Okay.
As tidy as we're going to get.
Just as tidy as we're going to get. Okay, so the pocket is one of Mike's invisible pockets. I know you can see it. It's not that invisible. So what we're going to do, we're going to crease down the line there. I've used my bone folder. Just going to run my finger down there. Just going to get a little bit of construction tape or double-sided tape, or you can use wet glue if you want. Glue, yes.
Glue.
And I'm just going to run it down the edge near the crease. Okay.
Why near the crease?
because we're going to stick it down and we're going to punch out, and if it's at the bottom you'll get a flap.
Yes, so it needs to be near the crease.
It does. So just, oops, get it out onto there.
Bane of my life.
Yes,
tape.
construction mate hates construction tape with a vengeance. There we go. Okay, just fold that down. We're not bothered about the inside, we're not going to see that,
no.
So that's fine. So we'll just trim this off. Try to trim it as close as you can. We're not leaving any borders around this because it's going to be an invisible pocket. That's the theory anyway. Just do that. It even says on it, invisible pocket for panel H, crease and fold along the dotted line. So if you haven't seen the video and you've got all your pack and you're not sure what to do, just have a read through before you start cutting, because everything is numbered, etc. Okay, so we're just going to measure halfway, which will be 6 inches, which is 3 inches half, which is there. I'm going to put a mark on the inside of the flap. You might just see it there. I've got a little punch. I'm not going to go wide in with it because I don't want to cut through the panel there. So I'm just going to line it up. Just going to have a quick look. I only want a very small finger hole.
Very good.
Okay, so now we've got that. Just want a little bit of this construction tape again. I'm going to use the very narrow one this time because we want a bit of capacity in the pocket. If we use the thick tape, it's going to be prescriptive to what we can actually put in there. And the ephemera, when you get it or you print it out or whenever you get the pack, there is a lot of ephemera, and it's quite large. So it's not scrappy bits. It's all postcards and tags and various sizes, but they are quite large. As you'll see, just pass me that over, the ephemera. Just under there, see there? Some of the postcards in the set. So they are quite big.
But that's for another day.
That's for another day. Spoilers! Okay, so there we go. And then just quickly, there. This is to go on there. Once we stick that on there, you can't see it because it disappears there. The only way you can see it is in the middle.
Very good.
Clever, isn't it? You are clever, Mike. So,
when I did mine, it was a full pattern piece.
it was.
And you couldn't tell that there was a pattern there.
When you get the
Unless there
ephemera
was-
in it, it fills it, and the
Yeah.
ephemera's wider, you just can't see it then. It's amazing. Right, let's have a look. Onto that. Okay, push down. Okay, so that's that. So we've now got capacity, and by turning it over, we have not just a piece of thin card, we've got quite thick card there that's going to take quite a lot of pulling. It's not going to rip,
No.
because it's a double, and plus it's got the adhesive on it as well. Okay, so next we'll sort out, oh, we've done that one, that's the, I'm after, that's what I'm after, this one. So what I've done with this is the card with the library tab. See, it says on there what it is. I've cut it out roughly, and I've just put a crease down there. Okay, I've got some of my magic double-sided sheet. You can use glue, wet glue, or double-sided, or anything like that. I use this.
Your adhesive of choice.
Your adhesive of choice. I use this because it's quick, it dries quickly, and it sticks like Billy-O.
Perfect for demonstration purposes.
It is, and it also gives more body to the card itself, because it puts an added thickness. I think Ken, what was he called? It used to do Ranger demonstrations or Sizzix. Ken was an American chappie. Ken, do you remember? He used to sell some of this stuff at one time.
Ken Oliver.
Yeah, he used to sell this kind of thing.
What, the double-sided
Sheet, yeah.
You can get double-sided adhesive sheet.
All right, okay.
And you can get, obviously, double-sided tape, just not
Well,
as
yeah.
wide as that.
No, but if you can get some double-sided sheet to do this project with, it would be so easy, wouldn't
I
it?
think you can still get
Oh.
like A4.
Have a look on Amazon, guys, and other websites. We'd love to sell it, but we don't know where to get it from. Plus, we've got our sticky, haven't we? So there we go, just down there. Oh, moved. We're not leaving a border on this at all. We don't need a border like we do the panels. You can hear it grating on the knife. There we are. So now we have, let's put that over there. We have our William Morris little library card. I'm calling it a library card. Okay. What we need now is to be able to pop it into the pocket. So I'm going to make a tab. I've got, or we are lucky enough, Mike got this. It's a tab punch.
File tab punch.
File tab
Well,
punch.
3 different ones actually.
Okay, so all I'm going to do is pop the card in there. Punch. If you're going to do it manually, just cut yourself an oblong, crease it.
Yeah, I mean you can get the thinlet dies for the same thing. I think Sizzix do one or.
I think they do, yeah. So then we just need to put. Sorry, Mike.
It's alright, I'm just picking your bits up off the floor.
A little bit of
yeah, there's loads of different companies that sell
this kind of
the
thing.
thinlet dies and that kind of thing. But
Yeah.
you can get punches. I mean, this is a German company. This Vessen or Vassen.
Fasten, yeah. Okay, so a little bit of double-sided tape or glue on there. There we go. And what we're going to do, I just want to crease it. So what I'm going to do is fold it just in half, as close as I can. There we go.
Obviously, you're not distressing anything, but
No.
obviously, if you're a distressed person,
Well, you distress the edges, away you
Absolutely.
go. Knock yourselves out.
distressed to taste, as the saying
Okay,
goes.
so we've now got the tab that needs to go onto there. And we're going to put it about there so it just lines up just below his,
With the top of the panel.
you know, the top of the panel, yeah. It just gives us a reference point on each side to work to. So peel that off.
And if you wanted to, you could just put a little drop of glue,
In the
actually just in that top part.
in the
here.
top part you could, yeah. So I'm just going to pop that onto there, like that. Just going to turn it over. Pop it onto, oh, that was a bit close. There we are, like that. And now we have,
Again, almost invisible.
well, yeah, it is almost invisible. Yeah, it's the colour, and the colours are so nice. So this is going to go into there, like that. And the only thing you'll see will be a little tab stuck out, which doesn't stand out that much because everything else is that colour. So, let's recap what we've done today. We've cut all the panels out from the printout. Everyone is marked.
Yep.
So we've just put them on the appropriate place, because when we made this up last week, the bare bones, we wrote the letters on each side. And we're going to do the same next week when we do the big side, the other side. This is a warm-up for you. It's not difficult next week, there's just a lot of it.
Yeah.
So that has got the little library card in it as well. We'll pop that in there so we don't lose it.
You're not going to stick this into the front of the journal just yet, are
No,
you?
that comes.
You're
So
going to wait till you've done both sides before you stick it in.
And I'll just show you. This then sits, as we said,
If you can't wait.
if you can't wait, it'll go in there like that. So when it opens up, you've got all your pages coming from there.
Way.
But I'd wait till you finish, because it's a fabulous transformation to see the two sides, plus the ephemera, plus the folder that you've made to put it in, the Lapbook you've put it in, because it really, really goes wowie. Okay, so that's it for this week. Next week, we're going to do the right-hand side. That's got a lot more folds on it. We've got all sorts of tucks and things to make there. That is a separate pack, if you want to purchase the pack itself, or the downloads are all together, both sides, left and
Like I
right.
said, all the links will be in the description below.
Yeah, so have a great week. And I think Christmas is between
This week and next week.
Happy holidays and all our love to you. And I'll see you again real soon, as Mike would say. Bye for now.
I'd like to say a huge thank you to all of my angels, because without you, these videos would not be possible. And don't forget, you can access your exclusive angel-only content over on my website. There's a link in the description area below. Thank you.